Is it better for a woman to move in with a man or a man to move in with a woman?
I would say probably man moving in with a woman. I know, at least me specifically, a lot of women are very particular of their space and have things a certain way. And this might be a stereotype, but I feel like women are typically cleaner than men and have it all set up and have it all going on.
But I mean, if the man is moving in with you, wouldn't that mean that he'd have to hop on your program?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wherever you'd move to, he'd have to follow you?
It's if he would like to, yeah. If we're in a relationship, then I would hope he would want to move with me.
But I mean, how long would that relationship actually last? You think you could handle the pressure of that?
Of long distance,
No, of him moving in with you and being on your program.
yeah, I've had a few boyfriends move in with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
We broke up.
All right. So the age old question is: it better for a man to move in with a woman or a woman to move in with a man? Man, you already know what I'm gonna say. You understand? It's definitely better for a woman to move in with a man. But it's just because of the nature of men and the nature of women. But I'm talking about actual men. You know, it's funny. I'm glad that he said, "How do you handle the pressure?" Right? Because he asked her, "How do you handle the pressure of a man moving in with you and then being on your program?" And she didn't answer the question. All she said was, "I've had a few boyfriends move in with me, and ultimately, all those relationships ended." And I would probably expect that those relationships ended quickly. You understand? Because she had multiple boyfriends move in with her, and the relationship still ended. Being a leader in a relationship is a responsibility which requires consistency and logical thinking, which is the nature of men. You understand? A woman can help with the details of, running a relationship, right? She can be a helpmate to the man to run the relationship so things can be smooth. However, there's going to be times when the woman emotionally doesn't feel up to it. You understand? Because that's her nature. Some days she's going to feel this way. Some days she's going to feel that way. So she's always going to want to lean on her man because it's a man's nature to always do things, not because he feels like it, but because it's the right thing to do. You understand? He's able to turn off his emotionality. Well, and not even turn it off, but because he can still experience emotions, but he'll be more willing to actually take control and do the things that need to be done only simply because they need to be done regardless of how he feels. So even if he feels sad, even if he feels like he doesn't want to deal with it, he'll still get up and do it because that's the nature of a man. Of an actual man, you understand? A lot of dudes want girlfriends. A lot of dudes want to live with chicks, or a lot of dudes they claim they want to be married, but they're not ready for the responsibility of that, and that's why a lot of marriages fail. That's why a lot of situations fail. And that's why women, even though it seems counterintuitive, a lot of women file for divorce. A lot of women leave men. A lot of women break up with men. Why? Because once she realizes that she can't lean on him when she doesn't feel up to it, then she realizes she doesn't have a stable situation. So she's willing to get rid of it. She's willing to divorce. She's willing to break up. She's willing to leave him and go to another man. And a lot of people look at that as, oh, she's just being hypergamous and she doesn't respect men and she's not this and she's not that. But a lot of times it's the man who's not being consistent. It's the man who's not being an actual man and doing what he needs to do because it needs to be done. Truth be told, there's a lot of dudes out there that are behaving in relationships as women do. And once a woman finds out that you're behaving as she does, she can't stay in a relationship with you. You understand? And I don't even blame them. And another thing we want to notice about women, as far as this video exposes, is that women, especially on camera, and if you ask them, women will give you the impression that they want to be in charge, right? When you put a woman in front of a camera, she kind of has to represent for the sisterhood, right? She kind of has to represent for the decades of feminism and the whole women's empowerment and that whole, ideal of women being in charge. She has to represent for that in the moment that you ask her the question on camera. You understand? But how many other videos do you see on TikTok where women are talking about, oh, I'm just looking for a guy to help me with this. I'm looking for a guy to sweep me off my feet. I don't want to be strong and independent anymore. I'm tired of this. Like, I just need somebody to love me. I need somebody to do this. Like, women, when you ask them in the moment on camera, hey, do you want women to be in charge? Of course they're gonna say yes. Of course they're gonna speak up for their species, but that's how they feel in the moment. But in real life, there's gonna be times when She doesn't feel like she want to be in charge. She doesn't want the responsibility, and she wants to lay it off on somebody else. See, the thing with women is that you have some women out there who, shout out to them, like they're strong and they can handle shit. Don't get me wrong, but there's gonna be a time, there's gonna be a day, there's gonna be a moment where when the camera's off and nobody's around and she don't have her girlfriends to talk to and all of this stuff, where she's going to feel a certain feeling and she's not going to want the responsibility. And she always wants to have the backup of being able to hand it off to a man that she knows cares about her, a man that is looking out for her best interests and her well-being. She's going to hand it off to him, and she's going to be able to trust in him because of a man's nature of consistency. You understand? That's the whole thing with this. You ask any woman on camera, hey, do you want to be in charge? Do you want a man to follow your lead? Do you want to be the head honcho? What is she going to say? She's going to say no, no. She's going to say, yes, of course. I'm a woman. Hear me roar and blah, blah, blah. And that's cool. But there's going to be one day where she's going to be feeling a certain type of way. The sun is not going to come up, or she going to be on her period, or, you know, and I know it's cliched to talk about women's PMS and emotionality, but it's true, right? Somebody's going to say something to disappoint her. Something's not going to happen a certain way, and she's going to feel things, and her feeling is going to put a break in her consistency in having that leadership position. And that's where the man comes in. So to avoid all that, a man needs to be in charge from the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Now, like I said, a man is the leader. So that means he is in the overall control of the direction of the relationship and the family, right? But a woman can help. She can definitely add to the details. She could definitely look out for the things that the man doesn't necessarily see as far as particular details of a particular situation. But as far as the overall direction of the relationship and the family, it's the man who everybody has to lean back on when shit starts to fuck up, when shit starts to hit the fan. The kids, the wife, the girlfriend, whoever, they want to know that, look, shit is getting too crazy. Let me lean on my man at this point. And they always want to know that the man is going to be there to consistently make the decision and do what's right. You understand? That's the whole thing. So, you know, I told you guys before, whenever you hear women talking a lot of shit on the internet and on camera, you can take it with a grain of salt. You understand? You can take it with a grain of salt. The bottom line is a man who has the lead. You understand? And it's not to say women are not capable of being important in the situation, but at the end of the day, they always want to have that backup. They always want to have that safety net. They always want to have that insurance of being connected to a man that is consistent and strong. And he's going to look at the situation and he's going to do what's right. And he's not going to make decisions on how he feels. He's just going to do what's right because that's his nature. You understand what I'm saying? So what do we do with that information as men? We have to learn how to enhance our masculine identity. We have to learn how to be consistent. We have to learn how to, like I said, do things because it's the right thing to do, or do things because it's the thing that needs to be done logically. You understand? Do things because it's the thing that needs to be done logically, because in the long run, that's what's going to benefit the relationship. That's what's going to benefit the family. You understand? Because how you feel in the moment is how we feel in the moment. But if we do things because it's honest, because it's righteous, because it's logical, because it needs to be done, in the long run, everybody in the situation will benefit and will realize, oh shit, yeah, that was the best decision. I'm glad I trusted my man. You see what I'm saying? That's why this woman right here is single. That's why she can't keep a relationship, because she's still trying to hold on to the ideal that she should be in charge when it's a man who needs to be in charge. All right, guys. So I hope you got something from this video. It's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Be good to yourself. Have a great day. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.